Hello, everybody, and welcome to another vintage cube draft. This is a hell of a pack to start. We're taking Ancestral Recall, which is I think there's a very real case to be made that this is the single best card in the format. I probably would take Black Lotus over it, or maybe Sol Ring if it was in here, but this card is really good, and it's not even the only good card. Teferi is amazing, Kiki-Jiki is amazing, Emrakul is first pickable, but easy Ancestral. Also, if you've been following along, this is the third video I've recorded today. My goal is ideally to make it to 10, and I'm going to do 10 pull-ups between all of the leagues, so just did number 100, aiming for 251, which would be a lifetime record. We'll take the Ancestral Recall very happily. Noting that we're passing Teferi does mean we're a little bit less likely to play blue-white. So if there was a choice between like Teferi and Dak Fade and like Big Teferi and Dak Fade next pack, I would take the Dak. Oh my goodness. Well, all right. Forget what I was saying about that. Now, this is kind of a similar decision where it's like Fractured Identity versus Mystic Confluence, but Fractured Identity is enough better that we do just take it. It sucks that, like, well, actually, that's... So, Teferi is not the kind of card that everyone's going to instantly take. I think I take it higher than most, but even I don't take it first no matter what. So, there's a good chance that whoever we're passing to doesn't take the Teferi. I don't think it'll come around, but still... blue-white shouldn't be totally cut, hopefully. But yeah, we're definitely taking Fractured Identity here. Mystic Confluence will not come around, but that's okay. There's Splinter Twin, so we could have gone Kiki and a Splinter Twin, which is a solid start. We could take Uro, Brainstorm, or Narset. I think we just take Narset. Narset's a powerful card. It also goes up in value when you have really powerful non-creature spells to dig towards, which we do have. Karakas is the other consideration, and this card is quite good, but I think Narset is worth taking here. It also just helps us to cut blue. Ooh, alright, well, some more really good stuff here. Palace Jailer is broken if we're playing blue-white, but that's not the best Palace Jailer deck so far. We want to have a high non-creature count for Narset. Consecrated Sphinx is also a solid card, but we have good card draw already, so I think we just take the On-Color Signet. That's a really nice pickup. If we end up playing Esper, Toxic Deluge would be a really nice card to have access to, but we'll take the Siggy. Okay, I think we just take the Marsh Flats now. Solitude is good too, but I want to have good fixing. We don't have the blue-white land yet, but hopefully we can get there. We will want to have some fixing, and we might also play black, like I said. Stoneforge Mystic could get there. Kaito could be good if we end up in Esper, but yeah, we'll take the land. Okay, here we have Savannah, which could help us, but probably won't. I think we just take the Deluge. We're getting to the point where we have maybe too much card draw and not enough ways to interact with the board, but Memory Deluge is great, and we can just prioritize getting some good board present stuff going forward. Yeah, I'll take the Deluge. Ooh, well, there's a Hallowed Fountain. That's great. Coalition Relic would be nice too, and Arid Mesa works with the Hallowed Fountain, but we got to take the Hallowed Fountain first. I haven't done a full-on blue-white control video yet, and so I'm excited to get that chance. We will certainly be taking this. And if this is going so late, there's actually a slim chance Teferi comes around, although I would be still a little surprised. It's not in the next pack, but in the one after. So, the card draw is great, the mana fixing is great, the power level is through the roof. The two things that we are looking for, especially right now, are cheap removal and cheap permission, counterspells. I don't think we've passed much in the way of those things. Okay, No Such Luck is wheeling... Oh, wait, no, this is not the Teferi pack. Bloodstained Mire helps if we end up playing Esper. There's also Echo of Eons, which pairs with the Narset, but that's like... We already have the card draw. I think I'm taking the Strix. Yeah, Baleful Strix is very good, especially against aggro, which is looking like it might be our deck's worst matchup. We're looking like we're going to be absolutely stellar against control. All right, come on, Teferi. I believe in you. Didn't get there. Can't be too surprised about that. Still, we get Daze, which is cheap permission, so that is one of the cards we were looking for. Liliana's good. But double black is a little tough, especially because we don't have a black fetchable land yet. And it's better when you have more creatures, and right now we're looking to be pretty much a non-creature deck. Okay, we can take Loran of the third path here. That's a pretty nice pickup. Reclamation Sage with upside. Ooh, Karakas Wield. I'm very surprised to see that, but very happy. That's a sweet card with Loran. We can bounce this and keep on recurring it to destroy more artifacts and enchantments. Pretty nice. There's the Toxic Deluge and also the Concealed Courtyard. Really interesting pick here. Normally I pick the spells before the land, or the lands before the spells, which is points for Concealed Courtyard, but Toxic Deluge is so good. This is like the reason we would splash, so I think I'm actually going to take this over the Concealed Courtyard. We could, if we don't end up getting black fixing, we might not end up being able to play this, but high upside pick. Now I'll take a Stoneforge and not play it. Nurturing Peatland and not play it. Alright, really, really good pack one. This deck is looking sweet. We even get a last pick card that we might be able to play. We need some better fixing to make that happen, though. What do we have here? Probably just a Godless Shrine. Not a super exciting pick. Destroy Evil is good in some matchups. Probe is fine. Phantasmal Image is situationally great. The best card in this pack is probably Mother of Runes, but we're not a Mother of Runes deck. Ancient Tomb is also good, but we're not an Ancient Tomb deck either, so yeah. Pretty easy Godless Shrine when it's all said and done. That makes the mana a lot better. Now Marsh Flats can get the Godless Shrine, which helps. And now I think we just take Rafine's Tower. I want to take Sheldock Isle. I love this card, but I think this is just too important for the mana base if we want to be full on Esper. The best card in the pack is probably Kolaghan's Command, which we could maybe get to, but I'm not taking Savai Triome to wield the Kolaghan's Command. Let's just take the nice fixing that we know will help. Okay, I think we take Watery Grave now. There is an Elspeth, which is good. Actually, quite good. It's a very real consideration, but having really good mana is so valuable. And I think we're going to have plenty of spells. Yeah, I'll take the Watery Grave. This deck is looking great. We have one of each of the shock lands in our colors, plus Rafine's Tower. So any fetch land is just going to be amazing. We have one fetch, one good interactive land, and then just a great base of spells. Every single card in this deck is like actively incredible, except for maybe Loran of the third path. Okay, now we have another land that would be nice. Hero's Downfall, double on color Signet. I think those are the main considerations. I think I'm going to rule out the Hero's Downfall because we're a little heavy at 3, and we got a late Murderous Rider, so that means maybe Hero's Downfall will come around too. I think I like taking the Signet. This is fixing too, like Secret Coast is fixing, but so is Dimir Signet, and it also has other utility. Yeah, close pick, but I will take the Signet. If this was only half on color, I would take the land. Hopefully Hero's Downfall comes around. Okay. I think Vendilion Clique is an interesting option, and it plays well with the Karakas. Temporary Lockdown is good in some matchups, and then there's Dismember, which is just a very good, cheap spell removal spell, and I think Dismember is actually the pick here. Click is good, but keeping the curve down is pretty important, and it's even better when we have good card draw. Plus, we want to have a lot of non-creatures for Narset. Although, with that being said, they do kind of work well together, because if you have Narset in play, they can't draw more than one card a turn. So if you play Click, take a card, then they draw a card, but they're not able to draw a card, so that makes this into a Thoughtseize instead of like a half Thoughtseize. I still think we got to take the Dismember, though. Yeah. I've become a lot more high on removal in this format. For a while, I didn't really like main decking cards like Dismember that are only good against creatures, but most decks have at least some creatures, so having stuff like Dismember is good. Okay, interesting. We could take Graveyard Trespasser for Graveyard Hate. We could take Leavold as an interesting... Like, then we have Narset plus Leavold, but we would need to find some green fixing. We do have one Nurturing Peatland. But we could also just take Batterskull, because we already have Stoneforge Mystic. I think that is the play here. Yeah, we'll do that. I won't play this package if we only have one equipment. And the thing is, I don't really want to play equipment in this deck. Like a Jite with so few creatures is kind of sketchy. So what I would like to find is, what's it called? I forget, Lions something, I think. The 2-mana card, the 2-mana equipment that can exile cards from graveyards. That's a card that has some value on its own. Ooh, yeah, I'll take a Balance. Balance seems kind of sweet here. Everflowing Chalice could be good too, but Balance plays well with the Signets, well with the Planeswalkers. Yeah, we'll take this card. Ooh, wow. Gideon, Tundra, and Path are all incredible. I think the question comes down to the fixing, and like how many spells we're going to end up playing. I think we're pretty likely to end up with tons of spells, though, so I think I'm going to take the Tundra. As good as Path is, we have solid removal now with Dismember, Murderous Rider, Toxic Deluge. Yeah, close pick, but I'm going to take the Tundra. Okay, now we could take Destroy Evil or Phantasmal Image. I don't think any of the other cards are very good for us. I'll take the Destroy Evil. I don't love Phantasmal Image. Okay. Containment Priest is a good sideboard card. Hullbreaker Horror is an okay sideboard card. These red cards are good. We could just take the Sacred Foundry and set up a red splash, but I don't think I really want to do that. Yeah, let's just take the Containment Priest, which is, again, really good in a lot of matchups. Alright, nice. Elspeth is a very good wheel. We were a bit weak on win conditions, and Elspeth helps out a lot with that. Nice. Seachrome Coast came around. That is great. I think this was the Hero's Downfall pack, and that didn't come around, but we can take Temporary Lockdown. Alright, Chain Lightning. So this deck is looking good. This pack wasn't quite as good as the first pack, but it did help with the mana a lot. Now our removal is good, but we still have pretty bad counter magic. So hopefully we can address that a bit in pack 3. There's a Cryptic Command. I think we just take the Polluted Delta, though. There's actually a ton of fixing for us here. Scrubland, Polluted Delta, Misty Rainforest, Spara's Headquarters to a lesser extent. But I think we just take the double on color, fetch land, and solidify our mana. And then if Cryptic Command happens to wheel, which is possible, it is, like, you have to be pretty heavy blue to play this card, then we can take that. But yeah, let's just take the Polluted Delta. Ooh, whoa, what's going on? We got past a Sol Ring? Oh my goodness. Alright, we'll take it. I saw the Ashiok and I was excited, but this is way better. This is actually not the best deck for it, maybe, but it does let us play Signet on turn 1, and it's good with, like, I guess it's good with all of this. Glen's also good, Dark Confidant, Grave Titan, maybe even Wormcoil Engine, definitely Lingering Souls. We'll get a good wheel out of this pack, but taking the Sol Ring here. Wow. Alright, yeah, I'll take a Mind Twist. Grief is decent, Oust is decent, Skyclave Apparition is pretty good, and then this actually could be an upheaval deck. Now we have 3 good pieces of Artifact Ramp, but the Artifact Ramp also plays with Mind Twist, so we will take that. Okay, now I think there's actually the 3rd on-color Signet, but I think I need to take the Miscalculation here. I was just lamenting my lack of counter magic, so yeah, we'll do that. A few cards here that we could play on the wheel. Definitely Shriekmaw, the Signet, like I said. Cathar Commando would be nice. Recruiter of the Guard could get there. Right now it finds Loran, Baleful Strix, Stoneforge. Oh, we're probably not playing Stoneforge, Batterskull, but maybe. Taking Miscalcure though, for sure. Okay, we'll take a Preordain. Actually, Force of Negation is good too. Well, we're kind of light on blue cards. Yeah, I think I'm taking the Preordain. Chrome Mox is good as well, but we have enough Artifact mana. I mean, I would take more broken Artifact mana, but Chrome Mox is not in the same tier. So we'll take the Preordain. Okay. Winds of Abandon is not super exciting. I think it's really between Chart a Course and Time Warp. Time Warp plays well with Planeswalkers, but we don't have a ton of Planeswalkers. I think it's still probably worth it to take this. We don't have particular synergies with Chart a Course. We don't have many creatures, so we're not going to trigger the attack thing very often. We also don't have any graveyard synergies, so there's nothing we really want to discard. It is cheaper, but I think we can afford to play a bit more top end, so I'll take the Time Warp. Okay, Windswept Heath, great pickup. That can find Godless Shrine, Hallowed Fountain, Tundra, and Rafine's Tower. Are we going to end up with enough playables? Right now we have 19 spells we really want to play, so we need 4 more. We could bring in some of the stuff from the board, so I think it's fine. We'll take the fetch. None of these cards are that exciting in our sideboard. We could just play Batterskull and not play Stoneforge. Like, Stoneforge, the problem is if we draw Batterskull naturally, Stoneforge is so bad. Ooh. Dig Through Time would be a good way to use our graveyard, but I think I'm taking Dam. We only have 1 board sweeper. Yeah, this is a great pickup. Especially since we can cast both halves of it. This is looking like a really good Esper control deck. Is Destroy Evil a main deckable card? Probably not. Okay, I'm actually going to take Cryptic Command here. Scrubland would help with the mana, but we already have Godless Shrine. And this is pretty castable now. Our fixing is great. We even have 2 Signets to turn Soul Ring mana into blue mana. Yeah, let's take the Cryptic. Good wheel. We need 2 more spells. If the draft ended now and we were forced to play 2 cards, I would probably just play Stoneforge Batterskull. But I would like to cut this. We'll bring it in some matchups. Like against aggro, it's worth it, but don't want it here. Alright, Grave Titan is solid, but I think Lingering Souls is better. If it's fully on color. This deck looks really, really strong. Okay, I think Skyclave Apparition is better than Upheaval. Yeah, let's take the Apparition. Alright, this would be a really good deck. I would be totally happy running it like this, and we might even get another upgrade. So we have 10 blue, 6 black, 6 white. Alright, so solidly based blue. Right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources with no basics, plus 2 signets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white. So we have 7 basics to add. We're going to have really good mana. We could play like 1 plains, 2 swamps, or maybe 3 swamps, 3 islands. See, 3 swamps would give us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black. Yeah, I think that's probably how we're going to do it. Ooh, Karn is actually kind of interesting. I don't love Karn in a lot of decks, but this is a control deck that's looking for more things like this. Like, I wouldn't mind another win condition. We'll take that. Sun Titan is okay. I think I'd rather just have a Horizon Canopy, though. Skyclave Shade, actually a good sideboard card. And last pick, Makeshift Mannequin. Okay, so we need to make 1 cut if we want to play the Karn. We could cut... No, I want to play the Loran. We could cut Dismember with a couple other sweepers. But Dismember is actually our only spot removal spell for creatures. That's like only a spot removal spell for creatures. I don't mind having 1 card like that that's bad against non-creature decks. Although I guess we have 2 board sweepers. We also could cut the Skyclave Apparition. I think I'm just going to not play Karn in the main deck. It's good, but we don't need more win conditions against most decks. So let's make sure this gives us enough white sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That seems fine. We do have a Dam, which I counted as a black card, but it's also a white card. But I think 10 white sources is probably enough. Yeah, we're running like this. Just like a sweet, just a really true control deck with very high card quality. I'll see you in round one. All right, here we are for round one against Hugo Freitas. We are on the draw, but we have Ancestral Recall and Preordain, so I'm going to keep it, even though we only have one land. Hopefully no Thoughtseize. Bummer. Well, there goes our Ancestral. We still have Preordain to dig for land, though. So we'll get blue-white, just get a Tundra. Okay, we will keep the land. Pass back to the opponent. We do need to find 2 more lands to get to our 4 drops, unfortunately. And we're pretty far away from Murderous Rider. Baral, okay. So if we play Balance, it's kind of bad. It kills their Baral, but makes us discard a card. I think we just play Swamp and pass. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that is what it would do. Not worth it. Our best draw here would probably be Azorius Signet, because then we could play Land, Signet, Balance. Consider, that's fine. Soul Ring would also be a really good draw, because then we could play Swamp, Soul Ring, or use Swamp to play Soul Ring, and then hold up Memory Deluge. Right, they like the card that they found. Polluted Delta, what are they playing? They have 3 mana, essentially, because Brawl makes their spells cost less. So they could play, like, Time Twister here. Wishclaw Talisman, okay. So Balance is looking worse and worse. Probably not going to be playing that this game. We find Dam. That's pretty awkward because we don't have double black or double white. So despite the fact that I thought our fixing was all perfect, here we are not being able to cast any of our spells. We don't have triple blue for Cryptic, double black for Murderous Rider, or double white for Dam. So that kind of sucks. But any land we could draw would give us access to one of them. I guess we have 1 Seachrome Coast that would come into play tapped. So we take 1 and then really hope to find a land. Okay, they're using the Talisman. Interesting. I don't want to use the Talisman to just find a basic, but we might have to. Cabal Ritual. Oh, are they... Okay, well, we'll see what they can do with this. Bolus's Citadel. We don't have a good answer to that. Sphinx of the Steel Wind off the top. Hilarious. And then Duress. They're down to 7, which does make Bolus's Citadel worse going forward. They could take Balance. Yeah, they take the Balance. That makes sense. Looting, okay. We're not that good at punishing the life loss here. Whoa, they discard Demonic Tutor. Then Preordain off the top, they're down to 5. Yeah, they're kind of doing a lot over there. I don't know if we can beat this. That probably kills us if they have any card with Storm. Solid turn 4 win while Double Thought's using us. Even the bad 5 mana Storm win condition would kill us here. We basically only can win if they don't have a card with Storm. Alright, let's see what they're tutoring. Hopefully no tendrils. Ignite memories. Okay, that is deterministically lethal because the least damage that each of these can do is 2. Alright, so playing against Storm should be a decent matchup. Although our sideboard is kind of bad. We can cut some of the removal. Could bring in an extra land. Could bring in Skyclave Shade just as a clock. I think I'm going to bring in Skyclave Shade and a land. And the land will be Horizon Canopy. Actually, I guess Nurturing Peatland is probably better if we're bringing in a black card. Yeah, we'll run it like this. I'll still keep the Dismember for the Brawl. On the play. Alright, not a great hand, but it is a keep. Man, this deck is sweet. It would be a real bummer to lose in round 1. Unfortunately, we don't have good Graveyard Hate for this matchup. Our Graveyard Hate is Containment Priest, which doesn't really get the job done here. So best draw here would be Sol Ring, as our best draw usually would be. Mountain Sensei's top, okay. Man, they're good at playing against balance. Caracas. Alright, let's just play tapped land, pass. Do we Mind Twist for 2 next turn? That's not an exciting play, but it might be worth it. Hopefully we can just draw a blue source. Oh. Okay, I'm going to Ancestral now. We might have to discard the hand size, and we're also giving up on the balance, but hopefully we can find... Okay, nice. That's what we were looking for. Some mana. So we can play Island, Sol Ring, and then I think I'm just going to pass. We could Mind Twist them for 2, but I think I'd rather just set up to Mind Twist them next turn. We could also play Elspeth next turn, but Mind Twist for 5 is going to be the line if they are tapped out. Best case scenario, they just tap out for some stupid little creature. We can dismember it and then untap and take out their entire hand. Bummer. Alright, well, they get our Mind Twist, but we're still in a great spot. We can play Elspeth. That's a quick clock. Wishclaw Talisman. Interesting. So, now we could go Narset plus Skyclave Apparition. I think that might actually be better now. Oh, Loran. That's better than Skyclave. So, let's start with Narset. Time Warp, pretty good hit. Then we'll play Loran. And now we have Loran plus Narset, which is kind of sweet. I didn't even realize that until now, but we can use this on their turn, and then they don't get to draw a card. So this becomes a Reclamation Sage that can attack for 2 every turn and draws a card every turn. Night's Whisper, that's hilarious. That does not work. They might Shame Concede. Yep. All right. So that one went a little bit more according to plan. Do we want to make any changes on the draw? Balance really doesn't seem great. Especially on the draw. I don't really want these removal spells. We could play the Stoneforge Batterskull package. We could play Karn. We could play just like Intrepid Adversary as a cheap beatdown creature. Destroy Evil doesn't do much against what we've seen. I guess I'll just play Dam. It's not amazing, but it can kill Baral, and it can kill their Sphinx if they get that. Yeah, I think that's a good exchange. Intrepid Adversary is an okay beatdown, but yeah, I think this is a bit better. Kind of close, though. This hand is too bad, I think. Yeah, let's shift this. Ugh, don't like this hand much better, but we will keep and put back Elspeth. No Thoughtseize. Alright, I'll play Swamp so we can play Dam on turn 2 if they play Baral. The rest is honestly fine. Our hand is kind of bad. Memory Deluge is probably the card that I want the most, so yeah, good take by the opponent. Skyclave Shade, great draw. That's gonna bring the beats. We don't have much interaction though, especially since we can't play the Skyclave Apparition. So, like, I don't think this is gonna be quite enough of a clock to kill them in time, but we'll see. We can hit them for 3, then play Lingering Souls. They missed their land drop. Oh, that changes things. Cryptic Command was a horrendous drop, but let's hit for 3. I wish this Dam was a Intrepid Adversary now. Five damage a turn is no joke. They're dead in 3 swings. Not on board, but with the Lingering Souls. They pass again. Mind Twist. Alright, let's play that first. I'm just going to Mind Twist their hand. Or not their whole hand, but take out 2 cards. They probably have some cards that are bricks, so this might not do too much, but they might have a couple, like, okay. Taking Frantic Search feels really good here. I don't think Ignite Memories was very relevant, though. Probably would rather just a Thoughtseize than Mind Twist there, honestly. Alright, Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Alright, they're going for it. Tinker for Bolas' Citadel. Okay. They're at 9. I mean, this is the key turn. We'll see if they can do something. Ignite Memories is in the yard. They play Yawgmoth's Will. Oh, no. Okay, now they kill us. They might kill us. It's going to come down to a lottery. But they probably do get to kill us. Because they're going to play Ignite Memories. Actually, they already have Lethal. Right, man, that sucks. They're down to 1, but Ignite Memories will kill us because our hand is all cards that cost at least 2. Real bummer. I think we did the line that we had, but they are going to get us here. I don't think there's any way we can win unless they misplay very badly. Man, this deck is sweet. I'm really bummed to lose game. I'm just gonna concede that they have us. We know that they have us. Real bummer to lose round one, but so be it. I'll see you in round two. Alright, here we are for round two on the draw against Nobody Knows I'm a Dog. Our opponent rolled a 6. That's not ideal. They're deep in thought over whether to go first or second. They decided to go first. I don't think we can mulligan Soul Ring. I'm going to keep this hand. Probably what we're going to end up doing is playing balance to, like, we're going to miss a land drop, but then play balance to offset that. And I'm actually going to get black-white here, even though we're kind of a base blue deck. Because we have a lot more black and white in our hand. Una's Prowler. Okay. I think I'm just going to play balance here. To make them sacrifice a land. Yeah, this is actually kind of sweet. We can play balance. Then we're going to discard a card to hand size. Which, actually, it's kind of close. We could discard Lingering Souls and then flash it back this turn. Or we could discard Time Warp because it's just, like, not very good here. I think it's probably Time Warp. Okay, they discard the Griselbrand. Oh, they're just going to discard their hand so that they take out our hand. Okay. Now we need to decide if we just want to discard our entire hand. Or do we keep one card? No, I'll just discard my entire hand. Because they might have a reanimation spell as their last card. This is kind of funny. Just 2 mana, just nuke every resource. But we do have Lingering Souls in the yard. This is the smallest Una's Prowler I've ever seen. Alright, their last card was Lurrus. Alright, so, well, this is where we are. It's a very strange game. We each have one land, but we have a Soul Ring. They get to go first, but we have a Lingering Souls in the graveyard. We're ahead, but they also have better top decks, probably, because we have more expensive top decks. But drawing a land there is kind of perfect. We get to flash back the Souls, play Windswept Heath. I'll just grab a Rafine's Tower now. And then they're dead in 10 turns, or we could top deck something relevant. Fatal Push one of the tokens, okay. Alright. Signet, hit for 1. Now we have 5 mana, so we can play anything other than Elspeth. Come on! That's very frustrating. Okay, can we draw our Ancestral? Okay, I think I'm just going to kill this. It's not super good, but I think it's worth it to, like, this is a low resource game, so them being able to turn, like, an unnecessary, like, top-end piece into a 2-2 is actually pretty relevant. And I want to be able to cast the 2-3 next turn. Makeshift Mannequin Griselbrand. Alright, that is game. I'll take a draw step. If we can kill it this turn, I won't concede, but we can't, so I will. Alright, weird game. Obviously, just like bad beats for them to top deck the Ancestral Recall. On the first turn, I think, maybe second. We get some nice cards, though. Let's bring in these two. And bring out... Dismember... And Toxic Deluge, I think. Yeah, we'll submit like this. On the play. Alright, we have the Containment Priest. We also have too many lands, but we have all our colors. This has been a weird league so far. I guess most vintage cube leagues are weird though. Crypt Breaker, that's fine. Do we want to kill that now? I kind of do, actually. Not because I care too much about the 2-2, but because I don't want them to discard a fatty. Like, they might not be able to put their fatty into play. So we'll kill this. Pass. Drawing yet another land there was disastrous, but so be it. Rector Signet. That's fine. Can we get Loran of the third path? No, we cannot. We can get lots of lands, though. I'm just going to play this. Like, yeah, it means our Seachrome Coast is coming into play tapped later, but there's pretty much no way that matters because we have so many lands, and I just want to take lands out of my deck. Mana or deck thinning is not that much of a consideration, but it's not completely relevant. I'll get Hallowed Fountain, Hallowed Fountain, and then I think I'm not going to play the Containment Priest. We could play it just for the beats, but it's not like we have that much pressure. Okay. I think we just play a slow game here. We have lots of pieces of hate against their combo. Mind Twist would be bad, but against almost anything else, we're pretty well insulated. Well, that's a bummer. They get to take our Fractured Identity, and they get to learn about our Containment Priest. That's a slight argument in favor of just playing it, because they're not just going to... Oh, they are just going to jam into it. That is strange. Okay. Containment Priest. Do you know how this card works? I guess I should have let them, that was a slight misplay. We should have let them target this Sphinx first, but it's fine. Let's crack this. Let's get Watery Grave. More mana, nice. I think I'm just going to put Karakas into play. I'm blind. I'm just going to put Karakas into play in case they do have like a Hymn to Torok type card. Hit for 2. And now we're top decking. We've gone through a lot of our lands. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're pretty likely to find some action. Spellseeker, okay. They can find Ancestral Recall. We have a lot of card draw too, you know. Could we find some of that? Narset, Memory Deluge, Ancestral, even Preordain. They're getting to the point where they can just hardcast their fatties. Okay, let's get the Strix down. Take 2. I'm not going to F6. There's a world where we can use Karakas here. Lurrus. Okay, that does not do anything here. It's a weird card for them to be playing. I'm still going to bounce at end of turn, though. Come on. Alright, swing. Just on the mono mana plan. We've drawn very few spells this game, but the Containment Priest is doing a lot of work. I don't know exactly what they have in their hand. We know one thing is Lurrus. Liliana of the Veil. Okay, that's not that bad. If they have another kill spell, it's bad. Okay, they make us sacrifice our Baleful Strix. That's fine. Okay, that's something. I'm going to send this at Liliana. If they Like, I'm fine with him blocking here. I'm not going to play the Murderous Rider. I think I'm going to save that for something a little scarier. I'm totally fine with them plussing Liliana here. I do not need this Plains at all. The most aggressive line is to go just like Murderous Rider to kill your Spellseeker, swing to kill your Liliana, then play Murderous Rider to get a 2-3 into play, but I don't think that's super necessary. So discard our Plains, they discard Lurrus, which makes sense. Una's Prowler, okay. I think I'm gonna kill this end of turn. And then hopefully we can kill the Lily. Ooh, nice draw. Elspeth. Plus, and then I think I'll play this. I mean, we're not holding up Karakas, but that's probably fine. Now we got no hand. Everything's face up, but I think we're in a good spot. If they have like Toxic Deluge into Reanimate, we still have Elspeth. Okay, Muldrifter's a good one. Shelduck is also quite nice. So do we offer the Containment Priest for Muldrifter trade? Probably not. That Shelduck Isle is terrifying though because they could put something huge under it. Preordain is a really good draw. Alright. Take this. Narset. See what we hit. Ooh. Do we want to take out their hand or get Cryptic? I think we take out their hand. Mind Twist you? Okay, fair enough. Wow. Alright, well that's the downside of Mind Twist, I guess. A lot of good stuff in the yard. We'll plus this, and then I think I'm just going to send everything. It means they, like, yeah, losing a soldier to hit them for 2 is probably worth it here. So now it just comes down to what they have under the Shelduck Isle. They draw land for turn, but they still have the Shelly. What is it? A reanimation spell is not too bad. Archon of Cruelty doesn't even draw them a card. We can sacrifice a soldier without a problem. Animate Dead on the Archon. Okay, yeah, this is totally fine. So sack this. We don't even discard a card. All that basically does is hit us for 3. They don't even get to draw. And then we can kill it with Elspeth. They hit our Narset. Yep, makes sense. Okay, that's a good draw. Let's play that. Okay, these are all bad. I think I'm just going to take the 2 counters, but I don't think we're likely to be able to use them. Then we'll minus this and hit them with everything. Do they kill our Narset or hit our Elspeth? Okay, they hit Elspeth. That's fine. We'll untap. Time Warp. Okay, that should be lethal. Swing. Time Warp. Alright. GG. On to game 3. Okay, I still think Destroy Evil looks pretty good. In terms of, like, yeah, Dismember still looks pretty bad. They're only, like, we could kill Una's Prowler or something with it, but that doesn't seem that important. Lurrus is bizarre in their deck. It seems so bad. I guess it's good with Animate Dead. Do we want to make any changes? Karn is actually probably good. Potentially over Skyclave Apparition. Although the Apparition hits their artifact mana. I think I might cut Balance, actually, on the draw. Yeah, that seems fine. And we can run it like this. Okay, we can keep this. It's not super exciting, but I think it's playable. I think I do want to hold up Daze on turn 1, so I'm not going to play Seagram Coast. I'll just play Tap Hallowed Fountain, I guess. Actually, no, this is kind of a fun play. I'm going to play Windswept Heath, and if we need to Daze, we can we can grab our Esper Triome, and then return it to our hand and then cycle it later. It's a way to turn Windswept Heath into card draw. Typically, you don't want to be bouncing a tapped land with Daze, but in this situation where we have plenty of untapped lands, I think it's fine. They do have turn 1 Shelldock Isle. That's their best start. In this matchup, at least. Wow. Really rough. We've had some pretty bad mana flood with this deck so far, but I think we can soldier through it. That's something for us to kill with Loran. Okay, I think we do want to Daze this. We have a lot of cards that we're fine discarding, but yeah, I think that's still going to be a problem. Ooh, okay. Seagram Coast, Soul Ring. That gives us Loran next turn. Okay, solid draw. Let's go. Land, Signet, Loran. And then it'll be an interesting decision whether we want to use this to draw cards or not. I'm leaning towards no, because it will get them to Shelldock Isle faster. But I'll see what I draw. Hopefully they Thoughtseize us. We can also bounce the Loran if they play another artifact. Okay. Let's send in for 2. And then I think I will just play this tapped. And then end of turn, if they do nothing, we can cycle both of these cards. And again, probably not tap Loran. I don't really want to give them cards here. Alright, cycle. Cycle. Okay, not going to tap the Loran. Nice draw. Signet. I think I'm just going to... So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess playing Signet means we can't use the Skyclave, but I don't think we need to use Skyclave here. We can let them keep the Una's Prowler for a few turns. Hit for 2. Then next turn we'll have Skyclave up. Probably was a slight misplay to play the Signet though. There's no need to get the Signet down, and we could have just hit for 2 extra damage. That's the only thing that would be different. So let's go Skyclave Apparition. So they were deciding if they wanted to discard something in response. They chose not to, which means they don't have any, like, they can't just top deck a reanimation spell and kill us with that. They are getting close to being able to just hard cast some of their big boys because they have 6 mana. All 3 threats that we've seen, top end reanimation threats that we've seen, are 8 drops. So they're 2 mana away. Now they're 1 mana away, but we have Cryptic. Recurring Nightmare. I'm just gonna let this resolve. Do we want to Karakas the Loran end of turn? I don't think so. Because we should have enough mana. 4 plus... Do we have 8 mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Alright, so we'll untap. Mind Twist. Good draw. Hit for 4. Bounce Loran. Okay. I'll draw now, and then we can Mind Twist their card. Makeshift Mannequin, good, get rid of that. Then we'll play Lingering Souls, but not flash it back, and pass with Cryptic Command up, and now we can Cryptic this turn, and then kill them in 2 swings, which will be before... Oh no, they will be able to use Shelldock Isle. They just passed, that's good news. Time Warp, okay, that should be lethal. So let's swing for 4. Time Warp ourselves. Flashback Lingering Souls. And now they're going to have Shelldock Isle up, but then we have Cryptic. Alright, sweet. Pretty solid. We are 1-1. I'll see you in the finals. Alright, here we are for the finals. We're on the draw again. I think we lost the die roll all 3 games. Hate to see that. But we have a keepable hand. No Soul Ring or no turn 1 play, but double Signet. We can play turn 2 Signet, turn 3 Signet plus Narset, turn 4 Time Warp. Opponent has a Mox, that's too bad. Hopefully they're playing Control. I think we can pretty easily maneuver around Control. Like, if they're playing Mox, just to hold up counter magic, that's fine. What I don't want is them to go, like, you know, land Mox Thalia or that sort of thing. Alright, we'll play Azorius Signet. It's the one I care about less, although I guess it's not getting resolved, but it might get killed. They have a lot of weight, like Cathar Commando or something. Okay, yep, they do have a way to kill it. It's fine. Now, do we gem Narset? I think I will. They're going to be able to kill it. Or, like, make it so we can only activate it once, but I think that's fine. We'll activate, take Ancestral Recall. Toxic Deluge would be solid too, but Ancestral Recall is Ancestral Recall. So they hit Narset. That's fine. We will go land, Signet, and then we have Ancestral Recall or Murderous Rider available. If they just kill the Narset, that's fine. What is this? Restoration Angel? Endurance. Okay. Fine. They put the Signet on the bottom of the library. They're beating down a little bit, but not that much. Both at Narset, okay, that's fine. Regrowth their fetch land, interesting. So the question now is, do we jam the Murderous Rider? I think I will. It's kind of close, but I like the idea of keeping the board clear, and we have so much gas that I'm more worried about just like losing to creatures than getting outgrinded. So we'll untap. Balance is bad. Ancestral. And then try to Time Walk or Time Warp. Let's actually Mind Twist them first. Alright, those are good cards. Nice. We can Preordain. Don't want either of these. And yet another land. Okay, that's not great, but we're still in a very strong position. They need to top deck something good. Alright. Land Sol Ring. And we are a little constrained on blue mana, so I'm just going to pass. Probably play Memory Deluge end of turn, but if they play something that we need to Cryptic, we can do so. Oh, I forgot about the... We could have played Murderous Rider. They make some dudes end of turn, that's fine. So they're probably playing an Omnath deck. I think we can outgrind them pretty easily, though. We'll take 4, still at a pretty healthy 12. Deluge. Okay, I'll take Baleful Strix Island. Then I think we're going to play the Time Warp here. And then we can get our 2 creatures into play. Oh, whoops. Alright, that was sloppy. I don't think it'll matter. We needed to play Swamp there, but now we just can't play Baleful Strix this turn, but we're still in a phenomenally strong position. Pass back to ourselves, draw Dismember. Let's play the Strix. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have enough for Memory Deluge already. Don't need to play an untapped land. We can just hit them for 2. I will accept a trade if they swing with everything. And we'll pass with Cryptic Command available. Braid my Sol Ring. That's kind of annoying because it turned us off of Memory Deluge this turn, but I think I'm still just going to let it resolve. Now I wish I played an untapped land, but whatever. They probably swing with everything. Oh, they just swing with 1 elemental. Weird. Alright, I'll just take 1. Island swing. Guess I'll leave this back. And if they want a double block, I'll trade down. That's totally fine. I'm not going to use a Dismember here. I don't care that much about having a Murderous Rider in play. Alright, so what is our mana situation looking like? We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we don't have enough for Cryptic plus Deluge. I'm just going to pass then, not play Deluge main phase. I'll just take 1 here. I don't care too much about that. Alright, Deluge. What do we hit? Benny Hills casts Benny Hills from the graveyard. Mystic Confluence. Okay, fair enough. Whatever. I'll pay 3 once just because I can. So that's solid. They get to draw a card. We're actually not even really ahead here. I think we are ahead because we have so many live draws, but that's pretty good for them. Land, hit for 1. And pass with Cryptic Command up. I mean, like, the thing is, if they're swinging with 1, it's sort of a weird parody thing, but if they ever play something good, we can Fractured Identity it or Cryptic Command it. And, yeah, we don't have a clock either, but I think eventually they'll make a move, and then we'll just punish them for it. Take 1. Okay, I'm not going to counter that. Not going to counter that either. Our hand is very reactive. I guess the worst case scenario here would be Hydroid Krasis. That plays fairly well around Cryptic Command and Fractured Identity. Rory's Wake. I think I'm just gonna let this resolve too. Like, if they have Emrakul in their deck or something, it gets a little dicey. But I don't think this does that much. I'll take 2 and then I'll leave back the Strix to trade. Okay. Lingering Souls. Flashback Lingering Souls. Yeah, I'll leave this back to trade still. I'd rather trade with a Baleful Strix than trade with 2 souls. Sort of funny game. Both players have an insane amount of mana, so it's a top deck battle. But again, if it's a top deck battle and one player is holding Cryptic Command and Fractured Identity, they usually win it. These other 3 cards are not that important here. This is a big one. Hopefully it doesn't have a cast trigger. Time Spiral. Okay, that is something we will counter here. Counter target spell. Draw a card. So if they find a mana leak or something, we could be in bad shape here. No, did they really find it? They had no cards. They cracked the Fire Islet. And, oh, okay. Cycling land, sure. They still have 5 mana, so if they find, like, Force of Will, they can hard cast. Okay, we find just another land. Jeez. I'll accept this trade now. And then we could Fractured Identity Mirari's Wake to put them to 2. Or no, to put them to 5. I don't think that's worth it, though. It's kind of close. It does put them on a 1-turn clock. And this way, we still can't kill them next turn if we don't do it this turn. Like, we put them to 9. Now we can put them to 1 next turn. But I still think I'd rather just hold the Fractured Identity. This insulates us against them top decking something good. We have 13 cards left in our deck. Included in those 13 cards are Elspeth. And actually, I don't know what else we're looking to find. Elspeth, Lorana the Third Path. I mean, yeah, our deck doesn't have a ton of gas left. I'll take a Hallowed Fountain. Daze. Okay, that actually kind of punishes us for the line that we took of getting Hallowed Fountain. I was thinking about it and I didn't mention it, but we could have grabbed the Triome, Rafine's Tower, and then used Daze to bounce the land and then draw a card. But this is fine. I mean, they have one turn to top deck. We will kill them this turn if they don't do something. Wrenn 6. Okay, this is fine. They can return a land and cycle it to draw a card. Five mana. What is this? Uro. Okay, that's really bad. That's very bad. They can just keep on putting Uro into play. So what we can do is we can Fractured Identity Uro. It's not the best Fractured Identity. Because it's just going to get sacrificed. But it will exile it so they can't keep bringing it back. And then we can kill their Wrenn 6 and just eventually these spirits will hopefully get there. But yeah, Uro is one of the worst case scenarios for us. Yep. Alright, we'll take our draw step, see what we hit. Marsh Flats, brutal. Okay, so let's start by fetching the tapped land. Our last land. I guess we still have one more land in our deck, but so we'll do this. Go to combat, hit the Wrenn 6. Lightning Helix. Fair enough. We might lose this game. I thought we were in a very good position, and I still think we're in a pretty good position, but they get to do this. Then let's Fracture Identity their thing. Then I'm actually going to Daze, bouncing this land. We will pay the 1. And this way we just get to cycle the Rafine's Tower and dig for Elspeth. You're not going to put this into play. Then this gets sacrificed. Then we'll play Loran. I guess I'll cycle this first. Just in case we hit something that changes things, but I don't think there's anything that really would. Signet. Oh my god. Alright. Signet into Loran. And we'll pass. We have... Yeah, I mean, this is just a weird game. I think we have one land left in our deck. Elspeth is our good draw. They drew something big, but we have kill spells for creatures. Escape the Wilds. Holy moly. Okay, I think we're just going to lose. I guess mill is our plan here. Which might get there. Very strange game one. I think we actually are going to get there on the mill, though. They could play Shark Typhoon Hardcast. I don't think they're going to do that, though. Their deck looks good. I think this is actually a kind of tough matchup. They're better grinding than I was realizing. They have Fractured Identity, they have Minsc and Boo, they have Ren and 6 plus fetches. Okay, they cash in their Ren and 6 to kill our Loran. Then they hardcast Shark Typhoon. Fair enough. It's a spicy play. Toxic Deluge, okay. Their life total is insanely high now. So we're just gonna pass. And just sweep their board a bunch of times and run them out of cards. They have 5 cards in their library. Yep. They make a shark. They make a hamster. How many lands does each player have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have way more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They fractured identity, one of our spirits. Yep. So we're just gonna chump to prevent 1 damage, take 3, then sweep their board. Caracas, good draw. So we'll go Dam, Overload, sweep your board. They can bounce their Omnath if they want to, but that doesn't do that much. Like, they only have 4 cards. They're going to 3. If they cantrip, they're going to 2. Then we'll play Caracas, which shuts down the Minsc and Boo. It's very relevant that I have more cards in library than they do, because I don't think I could win in time either. Maybe Elspeth if we draw it very soon. Minsc and Boo is basically completely bricked by Caracas, which is kind of sweet. This is fine. 2 cards in library. It's a good thing Endurance is gone. Alright, I'll bounce this. Okay, Time Walk. That's interesting. They actually are threatening lethal here. But we have Dismember to keep ourselves alive. Good to know about Time Walk. Okay, let's just kill this now. So they can put us to 3. Then they're going to go down to 1 card in library. We can balance to make them lose all their creatures. We're also going to lose a lot of our own lands, but that's fine. It's a good thing we didn't play Toxic Deluge. I thought about playing that instead of Dam, but good thing we did not. We died to like Snapcaster Mage here. Okay, Knight of the Reliquary is fine. That still dies to balance. So, interesting. I think I'm going to play Toxic Deluge and pay no life. And then we play balance, which makes them sacrifice their cards and go down to one card in hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll keep all of our untapped lands. Wow, they have 4 fetch lands. Their deck is sweet. This is their last turn. I think I'm just gonna cast Murderous Rider. No, I'll pass actually. If we cast Murderous Rider and then they have like a Glorybringer or something, we die. This way we can beat a Glorybringer. All right, nice. Weird game one. Very long game one. We do just manage to get there though. Just a couple cards left in the deck. All right, so they're playing Omnath midrange. Their deck looks sweet. Let's bring in Karn. What do we not want? Maybe balance is okay. I like the sweepers. Hmm. I like the counter magic. It could be dead in the late game. Like Daze is going to be dead in the late game, but they have so many good things that we really want to be able to interact with. Actually, I kind of like the idea of going up to 41 cards. I think it's not. It's going to be somewhat common for games to be like that. Yeah, I'm gonna play 41 actually here. Not a thing I do commonly, but specifically in this sort of matchup where it's gonna be really grindy, like this does slightly decrease the chances of a strong Ancestral Recall or Soul Ring. But all of these cards are cards that I want, and I like just resources in library is a relevant thing in this matchup. So I think I'm gonna run it like this. On the play, I'll probably just cut the Karn. But on the draw, I'm fine with having 17 lands in a 41 card deck is like, kind of like having 16 and a half lands, which is fine when we're on the draw, but not something that I want on the play. Okay, this hand is solid. I think I am going to get the Triome here. Nice, no run 6. Alright. Land go. Uro. That's a good one. Definitely a good one. Do we play Loran for no value? I don't think so. Just having a 2-1 is not that good. That was a good draw, though. We'll play that. Time Walk. And then Regrowth Time Walk. Alright, they're kind of popping off over there. Might have to use Balance and sacrifice our own spirits to set them back on mana. We'll see what they play here. Elspeth Sun's Champion. Okay. Gonna have to kill that one. We draw an Elspeth of our own. Okay, let's go. Karakas. Swift End. And I think I'm gonna be fine trading these spirits for their soldiers. On that. Okay, this is all fine. We're going to balance, and they're way up on resources right now, but balance will even that out. I hope they attack. Yeah, this is good. Block. Block. Take 1. Okay, let's play Lingering Souls. Or sorry, not Lingering Souls, Balance. We're going to have to discard 2 cards. Are they just going to Lightning Helix our face? Yeah, that's fine. So now we're going to have to discard 3 cards. So what do we want to keep? Probably just Hallowed Fountain Elspeth. Yeah. The problem is they can escape Uro, but we can just, we can bounce it to their hand with Karakas. It's not great, but we're in an okay spot. So we draw land. So I think given that we drew land, I'm going to play Elspeth in minus rather than bounce it. But if they have Fractured Identity, we're in kind of bad shape. Take 2. Play the Time Walk that they've had for a bit. They're not getting any value out of it right now, though. Endurance. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Now they get to kill the Elspeth. They shuffle their own graveyard in? What? They had Uro there. That's a terrible play. But we might, if they have Fractured Identity... Oh, Escape to the Wilds. Okay. Honestly, not that good hits. Like, a lot of cards, but they don't have double red for Seasoned Pyromancer. There's no blue thing for them to kill with Red Elemental Blast. But we don't have much going on. So we're just going to play land and swing for 2. It was overly greedy to play to swing with both spirits last turn, especially when them at such a high life total. We should have left one back to block the Elspeth. So they play Garruk. Kill one of our spirits. Even though they play this Endurance, they have way fewer cards in library than us because they've drawn so many more cards. We have no board. Really bad position. It's not over. Soul Ring is kind of funny. Play Soul Ring, play this, and pass. We need to find card draw, though. Ancestral Recall or Memory Deluge. Okay, they cycle Jetmir's Garden, then they can return it with Wrenn and 6. Cycle it again if they want to. They fail to find a forest or a plains. Okay, that's good news for us. Then they don't attack. That's surprising. Basic plains. Nice. Pass turn. We're super dead here. I mean, they cycle their land. They can use Garruk to tutor up whatever creature they want. The only way we can win is by chaining card draw. Okay, they plus again. That's fine. Mirari's Wake. That's pretty bad. Speeds up their clock a lot. I think I will block with a Murderous Rider. Our life total is low. Alright, come on. Ancestral. Brutal. We are not dead on board, but they can put us to 1 on board. Man, we've flooded so much with this deck. Kind of unreal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands. 11 lands plus a mana rock for 12 mana sources. Alright, so we go to 1. And then we're just dead if we don't draw Ancestral. Okay, Time Warp is funny. We need to find Ancestral into Time Warp. Just that Time Warp on its own won't get the job done. could play Mystic Confluence to counter unless we pay 9. Okay. Yeah, we are dead. Alright. Frustrating game. Man, just more mana. Okay. Do we want to make any changes on the play? I think I'm going to cut Dismember. And then run it back. Alright, on the play for the finals. Let's get the job done. This hand sucks really bad. Mana or Mind Twist is good. These two in the opener is just terrible, though. I think we need to ship this. Okay, this hand seems better. Balance is going to be good in particular, so we'll keep put back a land. Yeah, I'll put back Island. They also mulliganed. Alright, so we'll do this. Pass turn. And I think I will play the Lingering Souls here. There's an argument to just like going for an early balance, and that means we don't want to have the Lingering Souls, but I think this is worth it. So we'll do it like this. Pass turn. If they play Ren and 6, okay, no Ren. They suspend Riftwind Cloudscape, okay. I think I'm just going to go full-on Spirit Beat down here. Hit for 2, and then we can grab a Triome with this Marsh Flats, and then we still don't have triple blue, but we have double blue, and so we have a lot of live top decks. Okay, sure. Loren. I think I'm going to hold that here. It's kind of close. But I think it's worth it to hold. They have a lot of artifacts and enchantments that we've seen already. No play. Alright. Can I get a blue source? Nice. So now that Riftwind Cloudscape comes off, do we want to counter this? I think I will counter it, actually. Because it blocks our things pretty well. Okay. Fair enough. So this comes in. They can bounce one of our spirits, yep. Now we'll see what they do. If they do nothing, we can potentially fracture identity their Riftwind Cloudscape. Okay, they play Night of Autumn. Do they want to gain life or blow up our Soul Ring? I don't actually know what I want them to do. I don't want them to do either. They gain life. Okay. So let's think about this. We can Fractured Identity to hit their Riftwind Cloudscape and then hit them for 3 in the air. Then we still don't have lethal next turn. And then our Fractured Identity is gone. The other option is to just set up for a long game. Which actually seems fine with this hand, so I think I'm just going to pass. It's close, though. I think that they just have so much life gain, and there's so much that could go wrong. If their hand is really bad, then we could maybe get away with a tempo we win. But exactly, like Uro is the sort of thing that just instantly ruins that plan and makes... I mean, granted, Uro is also hard to beat in a long game, but it's impossible to race with just, like, small beats of flyers. Okay, there's something for us to kill with Loren. I'm fine trading down here if they attack. Okay, Loren. I think I will play an island. I was holding the island before because it would make balance better. They would make balance blow up more of their lands. But with Loren as the third path in play, if we're going to be drawing extra cards, then we might need to have enough mana to chain spells. If they play Elspeth, it's kind of an interesting choice if we want to Daze or Fractured Identity. Oh, they're not playing Elspeth, okay. Regrowth, Knight of Autumn, alright. We will Daze that for sure. Wasn't really expecting to get value out of Daze. I think I'm going to pick up Rafine's Tower and cycle it. This means we don't have double black, but I think that's worth it. We are fairly likely to find double black, and we don't even have a black spell. Okay. Preordain. Bottom. Skyclave Apparition. That doesn't really get the job done. Okay, we're just going to play Karakas and pass. I still don't really want to Fractured Identity this. Elspeth. Okay, that is something that we will Fractured Identity. Fractured Identity, your Elspeth. Plus. And pass. If they have a Fractured Identity back, it could get a little hairy. Crack that. They don't have double blue, so they can't escape Uro yet. Minsc and Boo. Okay, that doesn't do anything. They can sacrifice, like, Riftwind Cloudscape to shoot something for 2 if they want, but Karakas handles the Boo token pretty well. Oh, huh. Okay, this keeps haste. I thought it just had haste until the end of the turn, but it keeps haste, so this is interesting. We'll double block, but that makes the Minsc and Boo a legitimate threat. We can take it out with Skyclave Apparition, but now this Riftwind Cloudskate's kind of big. Let's draw. Okay, that's a good draw. So bounce Boo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we cannot play Karn and Miscalc. Let's send all of the soldiers at Boo. Okay. Then given that they did that, I think we can afford to play Karn here. Karn takes out Riftwind Cloudskate. We'll make 3 1/1s and then hold up Karakas to take out the Minsc and Boo. There's their second blue source, so they can bring back Uro, but we still have Karakas. Karakas is putting in work here. Uh-oh. Wait. Mirari's Wake. Okay, they tapped that poorly. They could have done this and still escaped Minsc and Boo. Or escaped her. Alright, they concede. Sweet. So, we played some Esper Control. We got 2-1, so we did fall in round 1. But the deck was sweet. It's frustrating to have lost that game to Storm, because I think this deck is very, very good. Storm, I can see how that would be a bit of a tough matchup, because we have a slow clock and not great interaction. We have a couple counter spells, but not much, and then no hand disruption other than one Mind Twist. The deck was really good, though. We had great fixing, which is always the start of a good multicolor deck like this. We had Soul Ring plus 2 double uncolor signets for acceleration. And then great card draw with Ancestral Recall, Narset, Memory Deluge, Cryptic Command. Very good card draw. Great interaction with Fractured Identity, 2 Sweepers, Dam, Dismember, Balance. We had a way to kill Planeswalker, Lingering Souls as a value card. Just a really solid all-around deck. With no real hold other than the relative lack of counter magic. And that hurt us against Storm, but we were able to outgrind all of the other decks successfully. Obviously would have liked to have gotten the trophy, but I'll settle for a 2-1. Still a winning record and a fun league. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.